Everyone thinks T-Rex was the deadliest predator in history, but shocking new evidence suggests it may have been nothing more than a giant scavenger. If the king of the dinosaurs wasn't the true killer, then who was? The answer will surprise you, and it changes everything we thought we knew about dinosaurs. Tens of millions of years ago, long before humans ever walked the earth, our planet was an entirely different world. Vast primeval forests stretched endlessly, plains teemed with life, and towering above it all were the giants we know as dinosaurs. In our imagination today, whenever we think of the most dangerous dinosaur, one name immediately comes to mind: Tyrannosaurus Rex, the so-called king of the tyrant lizards. But was T-Rex truly the most terrifying creature in evolutionary history? Or could there have been another predator, less well known, but even deadlier? The answer may surprise you. To understand what the most dangerous really means, we need to step back into the world of the Mesozoic era, especially the Jurassic and Cretaceous periods. It was not a peaceful age. Life and death were separated by only the thinnest of margins. Every day was a battle for survival. The great plant-eating giants, like Brachiosaurus or Triceratops, possessed colossal size, but they were never truly safe. Lurking nearby were hungry predators, ready to strike with lethal precision. Tyrannosaurus Rex, of course, is the most famous of them all. Stretching over 12 meters in length, weighing up to 8 tons, with teeth nearly 30 centimeters long, and a bite force believed to be the strongest of any land animal in history, T-Rex was a true killing machine. Just imagine one bursting out from the undergrowth, golden eyes gleaming, its roar shaking the ground, and then those massive jaws crashing down. You can understand why Hollywood crowned it as the ultimate destroyer. But does brute strength, bone-crushing jaws, and sheer intimidation truly make it the most dangerous dinosaur of all time? The story is far more complex. For in another realm, along the ancient rivers of the Cretaceous, there lived a different kind of nightmare: Spinosaurus. Unlike the land-dwelling T-Rex, Spinosaurus was a semi-aquatic predator, often called the river monster of prehistory. Reaching lengths of 15 to 18 meters, larger than T-Rex, it had long crocodile-like jaws built to seize enormous fish, and perhaps even rival predators. The towering sail on its back, rising nearly 2 meters, made its silhouette look like something from a nightmare when it rose from the water's surface. Some paleontologists even argue that Spinosaurus was the largest predator ever to walk the earth, eclipsing T-Rex in size. But does sheer size automatically make it more dangerous? If Spinosaurus and T-Rex faced each other in a battle to the death, who would truly prevail? To this day, science has no definitive answer. And they were not the only contenders. Travel back to the Jurassic, long before T-Rex ever appeared, and you'll find another terror: Allosaurus. Smaller than T-Rex, about 8 to 10 meters long, but astonishingly fast, with razor-sharp teeth and claws designed to rip through flesh. What made Allosaurus so deadly was not size, but strategy. It likely hunted in packs. Together, several allosaurs could bring down prey many times larger than themselves, including the colossal Diplodocus. This made Allosaurus one of evolution's most successful hunters, not only through strength, but through cooperation. Then there was Giganotosaurus, a giant predator of South America some 98 million years ago. At 13 meters in length and weighing nearly 8 tons, it rivaled, and perhaps exceeded, the size of T-Rex. Unlike T-Rex, its bite wasn't the most powerful, but its long, blade-like teeth were perfect for slicing flesh. Scientists believe Giganotosaurus may have hunted Argentinosaurus, one of the largest herbivores to ever exist. The fact that it could challenge such colossal prey already earns it a place among the most fearsome predators in history. So who truly deserves the title of the most dangerous dinosaur? In terms of raw bite strength, T-Rex reigns supreme, with a bite force estimated at 57,000 newtons, unmatched on land. In terms of size, Spinosaurus towers over all rivals. For pack strategy, Allosaurus holds the edge. And in sheer audacity, Giganotosaurus, capable of attacking the giants of its world, stands apart. Each had its own deadly advantage, making the title of most dangerous an endless debate. What science reveals today is that none of these predators were perfect. T-Rex had unmatched jaws, but it wasn't particularly fast. Spinosaurus was enormous, yet clumsy on land. Allosaurus was agile and effective in groups, but far less threatening when alone. Giganotosaurus was massive, but its brain was smaller, perhaps less intelligent than T-Rex. Each was a terrifying killing machine, yet none dominated in every situation. Perhaps the real answer is that the most dangerous dinosaur cannot be reduced to a single name. Danger is a balance of strength, speed, strategy, environment, and adaptability. And perhaps it is the absence of one final, absolute answer that keeps this mystery so compelling. When we look at their fossilized bones, we don't just see ancient skeletons. We imagine battles fought in primeval forests, the earth trembling beneath their roars, and moments of life and death that shaped entire species. So, what do you think? Does T-Rex truly deserve its throne as the king of terror? Or was Spinosaurus the true nightmare of the ancient world? Could Giganotosaurus have been even deadlier? Or maybe the truth is this. In the age of dinosaurs, every predator was dangerous in its own way, and it was this diversity of killers that made their era so magnificent, so terrifying, and so mysterious. But to understand danger in the prehistoric world, we must also look beyond the giants. Some of the most lethal killers weren't necessarily the biggest. Consider Velociraptor, a predator immortalized by cinema. In reality, it was no taller than a turkey, covered in feathers with a slender frame. Yet size did not define its menace. With a sickle-shaped claw on each foot and razor-sharp intelligence, raptors hunted in groups, coordinating like wolves. A pack of velociraptors could bring down prey far larger than any single individual. Their danger lay in numbers, strategy, and cunning, a reminder that brains can rival brawn in the game of survival. And then, there were the marine reptiles that ruled the oceans. Though not technically dinosaurs, creatures like Mosasaurus and Pliosaurus were apex predators in their own right. Mosasaurus, stretching over 15 meters, with jaws designed to crush and swallow enormous prey, dominated the seas. Imagine a world where, whether on land, in the air, or beneath the waves, there was always something larger, faster, and deadlier waiting to strike. Danger in the age of dinosaurs was everywhere. When we speak of the most dangerous dinosaur, we must also remember that the environment shaped the predator. In dense forests, speed and agility mattered. On open plains, sheer size and power determined who lived and who died. In rivers and wetlands, aquatic hunters reigned supreme. There was no single battlefield where all predators clashed. Instead, each ruled its own domain. This means the title of most dangerous is not absolute but relative, defined by the time, the place, and the prey. Still, science continues to debate. Some paleontologists argue that Spinosaurus was awkward on land, making it less of a threat outside the water. Others counter that its semi-aquatic lifestyle gave it an edge, granting access to resources no other predator could exploit. For T-Rex, new studies suggest it may have been smarter and more social than we once believed, potentially hunting in pairs or family groups rather than alone. If that's true, then T-Rex was not just a brute force predator, it was a strategist as well. Imagine, for a moment, these titans brought together. A Spinosaurus lurking in the shallows, a T-Rex prowling the plains, a pack of raptors circling their prey, and in the distance, the looming shadow of a Giganotosaurus. Each deadly in its own right, each master of its realm. Which one would you fear most? The answer depends on where you stood in that ancient world. Perhaps, then, the real danger was not in any single species but in the age itself. The Mesozoic was a crucible of evolution, a time when nature experimented with power, speed, and ferocity on a scale the world has never seen again. The most dangerous dinosaur might not have been the strongest bite, the largest body, or the cleverest hunter. It was the constant presence of predators that forced every creature to evolve, adapt, or perish. Danger was not the exception. It was the rule. And that, in the end, may be the truth we've been searching for. T-Rex, Spinosaurus, Giganotosaurus, Allosaurus, each of them was deadly. Each of them carved its legend into the story of life on Earth. But none stood alone as the ultimate, unquestioned terror. The crown of most dangerous belongs not to one king, but to an entire era of giants. As we uncover more fossils, run more simulations, and unlock new clues hidden in stone, we may never reach a final answer. But perhaps we don't need one. The mystery itself is what keeps us asking, imagining, and exploring. The unknown is part of the story, and maybe that is what makes it truly dangerous. It keeps us chasing shadows of monsters that ruled a world we can never return to. So now the question passes to you. Was it truly the T-Rex with its bone-crushing jaws? Was it the Spinosaurus, the river beast? Was it the pack-hunting Allosaurus? Or the massive Giganotosaurus? Or maybe, just maybe, danger itself was the legacy of all dinosaurs. If you enjoyed this journey into the prehistoric world, make sure you hit the like button, share this video with fellow dinosaur fans, and most importantly, subscribe to Origins of Humanity. We have countless more stories to tell. Tales of survival, mystery, and the untold history of our planet. And trust me, what comes next will surprise you even more, because the story of life is far from over. This is just the beginning.